Hey, talk to me about the Coalition's policy today. They've made a pledge to shake up home lending rules, particularly relevant to young Australians. This is about the serviceability, the loan buffer. Currently it's 3%. They say it should come down to 2.5%. What's your thoughts here?
Look, I'm not sure it's going to do much. I mean, it may let a few more people in. This is all about, having the ability to access a loan. The reality is these sorts of measures increase demand. That only puts upward pressure on house prices. We know the solution is that we have to get about building. I prefer the Coalition to focus on sort of putting pressure on state and local governments to increase housing supply.
We saw a story today that a whole lot of your economic brethren are concerned in the swag of demands from the Greens that if they are in a position to negotiate with the government in the event of a hung parliament, their wish list runs to some $110 billion. They want to hike taxes on billionaires, on miners, on so-called excessive profits of big corporations. I have no doubt, Warren, that death duties and all the other holy grails of the left will also be on the table too. What did you make of this?
Well, I think this just shows you how out of touch with economic reality the Greens are. It's just massive overreach from a party that has no sort of fundamental understanding of the economy and the consequences. I mean, for a start, you cannot raise $100 billion a year by taxing billionaires. I mean, all large corporations, and I'm all for people paying their share and getting more money out of particularly global enterprises, but they're mobile. They will leave if you tax them too much. So you're never going to raise that kind of money out of them. And the fact that they're out there trying to put this forward shows you just how they have no concept of reality. And of course, it's a scary concept to think that they are going to be potentially governing with some influence in the next term of Parliament.
And also, I'll underscore that point you made about, capital being mobile. We've already got a corporate tax rate in this country that's set to be double what it will be when the cuts come into the United States, which makes us completely uncompetitive. Then factor in their cheaper energy, cheaper labour costs, and we're out of the game. Just quickly, Thursday our time, we're going to see this new announcement from the President in the US about tariffs. There's talk of media bargaining codes, our PBS. What are you hearing?
Look, it's really unclear. We've got to wait and see what happens. And even tomorrow, we may not get a full picture of this. But, this is a world that is shifting, and it's a world that's clearly going to be very different and challenging for us. And that means we need to have our budget in order. We need to make sure our economy is operating efficiently. I don't think there's any pending doom for the Australian economy. We're well placed, but of course we just don't know what it's going to do to the rest of the world, and that will eventually affect us. But it is highly uncertain. This is as uncertain as it gets in terms of the economic outlook.
All right, we'll leave it there. Warren Hogan, thanks very much.